Winooski is filled with laughter, music, and food for the 15th annual French Heritage Festival. Local 22's Brooke Devine joins us live in the studio to let us know what she saw in the Onion City today. Bonjour, Brooke.
Bonjour, Mike. The French Heritage Festival provided me with the perfect opportunity to practice my French speaking skills, sample a traditional French Canadian food, and learn a little history too.
Une journée pour célébrer le patrimoine français à Winooski. Translates to a day to celebrate French heritage in Winooski.
So Winooski has a long history of connection to the French language. We have a lot of people that moved to this area from Quebec over the years. And then we also have a lot of community members who come from French-speaking Africa.
The French language comes into play whenever you say Vermont. It comes from the French translation for Green Mountain.
Winooski's heritage is very French. You know, the French settlers were some of the first non-Native American settlers to come to Winooski.
Music, conversation, and tradition were all a part of the festivities on Sunday.
And one of the main events bringing people to the festival, a contest to make the best meat pie, known in French as la tourtière.
We have, I think, 8 pies that are going to be judged.
One of the judges, Thomas Renner, told me exactly what makes the perfect tourtière.
A lot of spices and something that just feels warm in the palate, makes you feel happy when you're eating it.
Linus Levins explains what went into making his own French-Canadian delicacy.
Out of venison from a deer that I shot, with a homemade crust with lard that I rendered yesterday using pork leaf loin, leaf lard, and I'm serving it up with a side of onion gravy.
He talked about what brings him back to the festival year after year.
I have a family tradition. I had a mère who I grew up with when I was really small. She came to live with us, and my mother and her mother, my mère, spoke French in the household. A lot of the culture didn't get handed down, but I'm doing what I can to preserve it.
Meredith Bay-Tayak, who organized the event, says multiple groups have passed the torch of hosting the festival to each other to keep the tradition alive.
My organization has been involved in the French Heritage Day for a few years before that. And before that, it was hosted by the Winooski Historical Society and a couple of other groups. And then before that, it was hosted in Vergennes. And so it's been through a lot of different iterations, but there's still so much love for this event that we want to keep it going.
This year's French Heritage Day was the first one in person since 2019. Live in the studio tonight, I'm Brooke Devine, Local 22 News.
Merci, Brooke. You're making me hungry for a tourtière. Well, anyway.